Welcome back to the Nerdy Grail. So 2024 is done and we are now a couple of days now into 2025. So at the end of last year I did a ranking of all 21 movies that I saw from worst to best from 2024. So if you haven't checked that out, please do check it out. It was really interesting. But at the end of that video, I did mention that I'm looking forward to what's going to come out in 2025. And you sort of do that every year. You know, you start thinking, ooh, what movies are coming out next year? What am I looking forward to? What do I think is going to be good? What do I think is going to be bad? And that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. I've compiled a list of 10 movies here that I'm most anticipating going to the cinema to watch this year. Now, originally I was going to put Nosferatu on this list, which I did do a review on Nosferatu, so also if you'd like to check that out, please do. But obviously, because I've already seen it, because I saw it on January 1st, that is not going to be on this list. So this is 10 other movies that I'm most anticipating. Now, I have put these in order from like my 10th most anticipated to my most anticipated. Obviously, there's other films coming out this year that I really want to see as well. But I just thought these were the 10 that sort of piqued my interest in one way, shape or form. So these are the 10 that I'm going to talk about. This doesn't mean that these will be my 10 favourite films of the year. It's just 10 movies that I know I definitely need to watch in the cinema. And then there'll be a couple of other films that I will check out as well. So let's waste no more time. Let's jump straight into this list of my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. So, number 10 on my list is definitely a Minecraft movie, which is due to come out on April 4th this year. Now, this is more of just like, I need to watch this because I feel like this is going to be one of those heavily memed movies that's going to be one of those so bad it's good movies. I don't know. I need to go and see this movie. So, obviously, we got Jack Black as the main star, Steve. He looked hilarious in the trailer. Jack, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you appearing just in almost anything at this point? It is ridiculous. I loved watching the trailers. I thought they were hilarious to watch, if I'm being perfectly honest. Now, I'm not a Minecraft fan. I do know a bit about Minecraft, but it's not aimed at me. But I thought this was hilarious, so I had to put this on the list. I'm going to watch it. But another thing, Jason Momoa's in this as well, and I just thought he looked hilarious in it as well. It's going to be a fun movie. I guarantee I'm going to have fun in this movie, and I think everyone who watches it will have fun. But I think we can all agree, is a Minecraft movie going to really be good? I don't think so, if I'm being perfectly honest. I could be proven wrong, and it would be nice to be proven wrong. But that's why I need to check this out, because I need to see, is it going to be a banger, or is it going to be a dud? Next up, it had to go to Wicked Part 2. So the second part of Wicked. So last year we had Part 1. You know, it was 3 hours long, which was ridiculous. But like I said in my review of it, it flew by and it was a visual masterpiece and I really, really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed watching it on stage earlier that year. So the end of this year, roughly around the same time in November, we're going to get Part 2. Whereas this time, it's going to focus more on now that Elphaba has become the Wicked Witch. We'll probably get a lot more of like the Wizard of Oz style plot with Dorothy and etc. because we got to find out how certain characters become Scarecrow, Tin Man, etc. So it will be really interesting, and I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing a lot more of Jeff Goldblum as the Wizard because he didn't really come into the film until towards the end. So it will be nice to see him play more of a role in that movie. So I am really looking forward to Wicked Part 2. I believe it's got a subtitle as well, or a potential subtitle. I can't quite remember what it is. If I do find out, I'll put it on screen. But otherwise, yeah, Wicked Part 2, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, and hopefully it'll be just as good as Part 1. Coming in at number 8, it has to go to the How to Train Your Dragon live-action movie that we're going to be getting. Now, this is really, really interesting. I heard for ages that this movie was coming out. I didn't fully believe it at the start, but then obviously they dropped the trailer and I did a reaction to it, and so that became a reality. And it looked actually really, really good. The effects on the dragons looked really good. Hiccup looked pretty decent, to be fair. Toothless looked gorgeous. Looked straight out of the animation, to be perfectly honest. Looked brilliant. And they've even got Gerard Butler coming back to play Hiccup's dad, who voiced Hiccup's dad in the animated movies. He's now doing a live action, you know, he'll actually be there, and it'll be brilliant to see him again. So it's good that he got some familiar cast to keep us old fans who've watched the animations, engaged. I say old fans. It came out in 2010. Wow, 14, 15 years nearly now. It's unbelievable. But yeah, it had to go to the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie. I am quite looking forward to seeing it, to be honest. And I wonder if we'll get any more live action DreamWorks products in the future. Who knows? Coming in at number 7, anyone who knows me knows that I love the John Wick franchise. So coming at number 7, it was a no-brainer, has to go to Ballerina, which is actually a spin-off. Even though it's the 5th installment in the John Wick movie franchise, it doesn't take place after the events of John Wick Chapter 4. It's said that this is going to take place between the events of John Wick 3, Parabellum, and John Wick Chapter 4. And our main protagonist, even though they did tease it, he is going to be in the movie. Don't know how much. John Wick is going to be in the movie, but obviously our main protagonist, our main star, is Eve Macaro, who is a former ballet dancer who's then been turned and is beginning her training as an assassin. So it will be really interesting to see how they mix all that in, and then how that will play into the future events of the John Wick franchise. I love John Wick. It's like, my fiance's not really too fussed on John Wick. It's a bit too actiony for her, but I love the John Wick franchise. It's brilliant. So any form of John Wick movie is going to draw me in, whether it's a spin-off or the next in line. So that's why Ballerina had to come in at number 7 on the list. Coming in at number 6 is another movie from Blumhouse Productions, and they do a fantastic job, and they've been on top form lately, and that is Wolfman. Yeah, I'm going to give up and say I don't like horror, because just more and more horror keeps coming. But yeah, Wolfman. I'm really looking forward to it, and this will probably end up being the next film that I'll see in the cinema. So the basic premise is this man called Blake and his family get attacked, and they seek shelter in this farmhouse. But as the night progresses, Blake undergoes seemingly some form of transformation and then jeopardizes the safety of his family pretty much. So and I kind of like these ones, where I'm hoping they'll portray Blake as a really, really kind person, because that makes it more impactful if, say, the guy who becomes the monster is the exact opposite of a monster, someone you wouldn't expect, and that makes it better. Because if they're already a little bit of a horrible person and then he become a monster, you don't really care as much. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. I know it sounds a bit horrible to say, but that will make it more engaging then, and to see what happens by the end. I've got a few predictions in my head, but I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But yeah, number 6 had to go to Wolfman. So coming into my top 5 now. So at number 5, please, DC, let's get it right this time. Yes, right, I'm talking about the new Superman movie that's due to come out in July this year. This is a fresh start for DC now. They're starting from scratch. We've got James Gunn in charge. Let's see if he can pull it out of the bag. Starting off again with Superman like we did back in 2013 with Man of Steel, but this time it's a little bit different. I'm hoping it's going to be good. We got Krypto in this one. I love Krypto, so I'm hoping that will give it a bit of a lighter touch, but also give you something a bit different. Nicholas Hoult, again, is in another film that I'm hoping will be good. Be nice to see him more of a villain this time. As I mentioned in my Nosferatu review, he's playing Lex Luthor, so I mean, fingers crossed. We've also got like cameos from loads of other different potential heroes and stuff. There was a Green Lantern in there. There was, I think, Hawk Girl was in there. There was loads of other things in there. A potential Bizarro thing. There was a lot in there. So I'm hoping that's not going to overfill it too much, your first movie. But they're clearly trying to set up a universe. So fingers crossed. I am really looking forward to it. I'm not the biggest Superman fan. I am more of a Batman fan. But I can't deny I am looking forward to it, especially for you, Krypto. So that's why Superman is at number 5 on my most anticipated movies of 2025. Right, so coming in at number 4, we have got the Thunderbolts from Marvel. Yeah, I am quite interested in this. A bit of a ragtag team put together. We've got lots of different characters. We got Yelena. We've got Taskmaster. We've got Ghost. We've got Bucky. We've got Red Guardian. We've got US Agent. There's lots of different characters going to be in this movie, so it'll be really interesting to see how they try to work together, and because they're not the best bunch of people to put together, but that's kind of the fun about it. I am interested that the title's got a little asterisk at the end, meaning, is that title going to change before the movie, or is it going to change during the movie or after the movie? It might change from Thunderbolts to something else to set up a future event, possibly. But I am really, really interested, and to see if there's any secrets that we've not been told or shown yet, because Marvel do like to do that at times. So I am really interested to see what the Thunderbolts has to offer. I hope and pray that it's going to be a good movie. So let's wait and see, but that's why Thunderbolts had to make it at number 4 on the list. Taking the first podium spot in third place goes to Megan, or Mafregan, Megan 2.0, the second Megan film. Yeah, I was really, really surprised when this got greenlit, but I'm also not surprised at the same time. The first Megan was brilliant. I adored it. Very creepy. The way they made her so lifelike was terrifying. And I loved, if you've watched Chucky season 3, you know he actually watched the iconic Megan dance kill sequence that you see in the first movie. So I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this because I don't know, there's just something about it just like really intrigued me. And can we get like a Chucky Megan crossover, please? Because I think those two together would cause some absolute havoc and carnage. But yeah, Megan 2.0 definitely had to go this high on the list because I am so looking forward to seeing what this creepy girl gets up to now and how much scarier they're going to make her. And is there going to be more than one Megan this time on screen? I would love to see just a whole army of them attacking. But that's why Megan 2.0 makes it at number 3 on the list. So getting the silver medal is Captain America Brave New World. Now, I'm hoping and praying that this is going to be good because I know this has had to go through lots of different reshoots. It's had lots of different title changes. So I would be lying if I said I wasn't a bit concerned. But I am still really anticipating watching it. And it's still due, as far as I'm aware, to come out on Valentine's Day this year. So that'll be really interesting. I'm obviously most looking forward to seeing Harrison Ford as General Ross / Red Hulk. I think Red Hulk versus brand new Captain America, Sam, will be really, really interesting. And to see lots of other returning characters as well. Because for me, this feels like almost like a Captain America and a Hulk movie because there's supposedly going to be other characters from the Incredible Hulk in this as well. So I am looking forward to seeing how they incorporate all that in. It does look really, really interesting, good. I just hope that the execution is done really well. And I hope that Red Hulk does look really good. He looks okay in the trailers. He looks pretty good. But sometimes that doesn't always translate well. So we'll have to wait and see. But I am really looking forward to seeing Red Hulk. I want to see a proper Hulk again because we haven't had a good Hulk movie or a good version of the Hulk for a little while now. Even though Mark Ruffalo does a fantastic job, I want to see proper savage Hulk. So that's why Captain America Brave New World takes the silver medal at number 2. Last, but certainly not the least, taking the gold medal for my most anticipated movie of 2025 goes to Lilo and Stitch. Yes, a Disney movie at number 1 on the list. I mean, I love Lilo and Stitch. I've loved every version. The original TV series, the original movie, Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, Stitch the movie, Leroy and Stitch, even the Stitch TV series. I have loved each and every single one of them. I'm a massive fan of Stitch. Stitch is really close to my heart. It was one of the first Disney films I ever watched. So I hold a special place there. And the best part is they've still got Chris Saunders doing the voice of Stitch. So Stitch design looks really good. I don't care what anyone says. Stitch looks great. And he still sounds the exact same as he always did. So it's the Stitch we all know and love. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that translates now onto the big screen. We haven't actually had a proper trailer yet. We've just had little teasers. I'm wondering if we're actually going to get a proper trailer. I wouldn't mind if we didn't, but I would like to see a proper trailer. Because you've got to show me Jumba and Pleakley. I need to see them before the movie. You've got to show me Jumba and Pleakley. But that's why Lilo and Stitch, hands down, takes my most anticipated movie top spot on the list for 2025. That's it. That's my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025 list. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please like it by giving it a thumbs up. Comment down below and subscribe if you're new. I'd also love to hear what your most anticipated movies of 2025 are, because I guarantee my list is going to be vastly different to other people. You might have the similar list to me, and they just might be in different positions on the list, and that's okay. I would love to hear. I'd love to hear and see what your most anticipated movies are. But this is going to be the Nerdy Grail signing out for now. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you've had a great start to the new year, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now, everyone.